Hey guys, it's the History Nerd, and we're back with another exciting episode of Crusader Kings 2, Habsburg Millennium, where we left off. We finally got nice, and we got it as a Trade Republic vassal, which should just mean money. Right? I and my trusted Snoops and Sneaks will keep a close eye on Rudolph. So I'm trying my best to get, Burgon here under my own command. The devil, he is surely working as a slave to dark forces. I mean, that's not entirely not true. The dude's a little bit of a seductor. I just about called him a seductress. That would not be correct. So yeah, he's a slave to dark forces. That is true. So let's see, was that enough? Because I don't want to take the guy's livelihood or nothing. I just, opinion to me 18. So maybe if we just suck up to one of these guys, right? Like if we go to Dietmar here and just say, hey look, you owe some money and you're almost ready to pay it off. How about we just send you a little gift? Huh? Just a little gift. Boom. Okay, so you like us a bit more. It's great. This likes new obligation law. What new obligation law? We haven't changed the obligation laws. They're straight down the middle. Nothing's changed about those. And I might just try and do this. But let's see. Let's see. Are you willing? Yes. Perfect. Now we gotta go and tell him to no, I don't want to change his council position. I just want him to vote with me. Which should be in here somewhere, right? Is not already influenced. Are you effing kidding me? You're voting this way because you owe someone else a favor, and then you owe your king a favor, and you're like, oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I already owed probably the mayor of Schaffhausen my vote. So, sorry. Can't support you, my king. Ugh. Alright. Well, I'm going to be back when something exciting happens. See you guys in a bit. Alright, so we're back. I didn't really pause or advance the game at all. I just had a phone call. Then I decided, hey, you know what? Let's get some lunch. So I had some banana bread. And now we're back ready to figure out a way to get this guy removed. And because the council's being a whole bunch of jerks, I have a feeling, like what weirds me out here is it's just like going against the council will make them discontent, allowing them to enter factions, will also be considered tyrannical and lower all of your subject opinions of you by 10. Well, I'm not able to do anything like going against the council, so I think what we're going to have to do is go to, where is it? I guess what we could do is bring someone in as an advisor. Now, I could try and bring in the count whose title I'm revoking, but I'd be willing to bet that he would say, I'm not letting you do that. So if I bring in Herman, a commander in Burgundy, who's a loyalist, dude should be voting for me all the time. We get that to pass. Thank you, Herman. You are a peach. Absolute peach. Title revocation law enabled in the Kingdom of Burgundy. Revoke titles, council. Where is the law? Okay. Controlled realm inheritance. Investiture, centralization, status of women. Why? Revoke titles. Council. Execution council. Council authority. I guess that's how we get that going higher. Grant titles. But I don't... What do you mean council, or what do you mean revocation law is not in? Is it because of my liege laws? Like, I don't understand what's going on there. We have the votes. But we don't have the title revocation law. And I don't know how to get the title revocation law set up. Because as far as I can see, right, like there's no other place for laws. Right? So I'm very confused. Okay, well, because we got people voting with us, then instead what we'll do is we'll go here and just vote on that. Cannot be voted on by the council. Has voted. Okay. So we should... Like, do I need to go... Someone does owe me a favor here, though, right? Request council support. No. Request council support. Yes. Request council support. No. So we'd have to buy a favor off of them, but let's see. Let's see. Well, Herman was already voting for us. No, there we go. Okay. Herman has voted. So we're now 3, 2, and 2. So we should have the vote. But instead, I'll just buy a favor. No. No. You're set. No. My eyes and ears have discovered the bizarre and repulsive truth about Count Rudolph of Bergen's sexual preferences. How should I use this information? Give me reason to arrest him. Okay. And then we can imprison him. People vote yes. 50% chance, otherwise he will flee. Okay, we got him. And then we can revoke your title. No, we can't. Why? Is it because of this? 3 should beat out 2. What kind of freaking voting list do I need to get? No. No. Change your council position. That doesn't make sense. Request council support. No. Conflicting interests. Like 3 to 2 should... Okay, there we go. Has rejected the institution, even though I had a voting majority. So I can't revoke your title, even though the council would vote yes. I'm so effing confused. Revoke titles. Revoke titles. The council's ability to influence title revocation. Like, what am I missing? I have no clue what I'm supposed to do. Let's give my kid a rulership focus while I, go off and do something else. We'll probably go with etiquette. Or do we want to go with humility? I don't really like the thought of timid. Yeah, we'll go etiquette then, right? Heritage, that might be fun. German culture and the Catholic faith. No, I think we'll go with etiquette on this guy. Right? Yeah, let's do that. And see where that goes, and then can we give him a childhood focus? We'll get him in the church. Why not? We'll go faithful. Yeah, we'll go faithful. There we go. And my daughter has one. She's also going faith. She's got rowdy and fussy, so that's not bad. Hey, dear King Philip the Shadow, I hereby invite you to the Grand Feast in Baden. We'll travel there. Maybe you can help me figure out how to revoke titles. I don't understand. Has ended up in prison, so there's no point in spying on him anymore. I just want your title! Has this shown up yet? Can we just... No, it's still just kill everything. And I don't want to kill Count Rudolph, I just want Bergeon. That's it. That's all I want. The feast is over. We got 5 prestige. And we're ready to live another day. I don't know, like, because is it in here? Title revocation law. You know what? I will be back after I Google this, because this is really frustrating me. So I'll be back in a moment. Sometimes I amaze even myself with my inability to see things. Like a scroll bar, perhaps. So, what we would need to do to get this, we're going to have to wait until November 14th to vote on it. So, without further ado, we will be back when it's November and we can vote on this. See you guys in a bit. Alright, well, waiting around, we hit July and our wife died. Huh, okay, so, this is getting a bit weird. My son now, then, is, actually the ruler of the barony of Brindas and Lyon. So, there's that. But he's a vassal of the Duke here. My concern, of course, is that my son, since he's ruling, will actually turn out to be French. I was really hoping my wife wouldn't die at the age of 32. Regardless, he's going to get an education, a real-life education in how things get run. On the plus side, that should be prestige and money going his way. On the minus side, like I say, I'm not sure if he can wind up becoming French or if he can get thrown out of Lyon. Any number of bad things could potentially happen, but... and, I mean, we're not going to be able to control who he marries, any of his kids, anything like that. That's just the risk we take. We do need a new wife, though. So let's take a look and see just what is out there. Prestige-wise, you know, we don't necessarily need to worry about getting that good of an alliance, I guess. Although, honestly, I wouldn't mind taking a look around here. First off, let's go here. Have you got any ladies to marry? Very close. That is unfortunate. Back to the Duke. What about... Yeah. Okay. Have you got anybody else? Not really. What about siblings? That might not be what we're looking for. What do we got here? Do you have a claim on Toulouse? On the Duchy of Toulouse? The Duchy of Toulouse is massive. We do have our spy focus going on. Here's my thought. Okay, let's... Wait a second. Damn it! Oh, that could have been such a great plan. Okay, so if we wanted to do that, what we would have to do first is kill this kid. We don't really have the ability to do so. See, what I'm thinking, if we can get rid of Arnaud here, right, then Maria becomes the Duchess of Toulouse. If we could marry the Duchess of Toulouse, then our heir could obviously have both lands. Oh, but it wouldn't be my firstborn. There's a lot of complicated thinking to do here. Ideally, then, I guess, what we would want to do is take Kuno and betroth him to Maria. We don't have a lot of time to do this. And like I say, it's a moot point because nobody wants to kill Thibaut there, which is a bit of a shame, but such is life. Alright. We got any ladies anywhere else? We could just cement our relationship with the Holy Roman Emperor, and you know what? Why not? Arrange marriage between her and me. That'll go through. We'll get a favor from the Kaiser. That's all good. Let's do it. Perfect. I don't think that carries over into my realm. No, we're still gonna have to wait until November. We got elective succession coming up again, yet again, from the Duchy of Savoy. So let's just spy on him, see what we can find. And I will be back in November, hopefully. See you guys in a bit. Thanks to my loyal spies, I found out that Duke Gottschalk of Savoy is attempting to promote his vile heresies. I'm gonna try to keep him out of factions again. And he swore to be loyal, and that took care of that faction. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. I take back what I said about spying. It can be pretty darn useful when used in the right cases. We're gonna go ahead, get the stables built up in Argau. And we're so close to getting the revocation law voted on. We got my new wife is pregnant. That's great news. And there we go. Found out nothing new and useful about Duke Gottschalk. Gottschalk. I don't really need to do anything else. The dude's fine. I think it's time to spy on somebody else. Let's go to my laws. And go to here. We're going to have a vote on that. Now we're using up our favors. There's no question about that. We'll kick this back down to speed 3. And these guys are all opposed to it. So you won't... Conflicting interests. I don't think anybody is really gonna help out here. I can't even do anything to convince you that it would be a good idea. Okay, we can buy a favor from you. Excellent. And then we can actually change... No. Where is it? Call in council support. is not influenced by a favor. So you're owing a favor to one of these guys. So there's just there's supporters and opponents. So come on, why not? I don't think this is gonna pass. Which, I mean, you know, I feel a little bad for Count Rudolph here. Dude is not pleased at all. Nobody's gonna vote for that. And nobody's gonna vote for me, you know, revoking titles. And I don't know how the majority works. Like, if people abstain... You'd think if two people are abstaining... Okay, well now it's split. And even though I'm the king and I should have the split decisions... maybe if we spy on this guy? Dude owes us a lot. And he's being kind of a jerk, not supporting his effing family in, you know, working through... Yeah, so we're not going to be revoking titles anytime soon. Yeah. We'll focus on something else. Okay, so... we might as well just, you know, ransom him out, get him free. Maybe I wasn't being as political with that as I should have been. Dear son-in-law, I would like to give you a seat on my council. Yeah, that sounds like a very good idea. I'm kind of surprised I wasn't already on the council. But you know what? That's fine. How's my boy coming along? Can I educate him? Let's just do that. Like I say, I don't think that really matters. Peace be with you. You gladly accept. Like, I think that's just ceremonial now. All of the education takes place differently. Agnes, my daughter, Rowdy, Fussy, and Idolizer, I think we're going to send you to a religious education, and that should turn out pretty well. I'd like to do the same with Udalric here as well. Alright, we got a third son, Gebhard, and Berengar. So now it looks like we're even going to lose the county or the barony of Argau because I got too many sons. So at least one of these sons is going to have to go into a religious education. But even if I do that... So if I give Udalric, if I get him into the church, then Berenger gets Saluzzo. And then Gebhard here would get Argau. So really all that'll mean is that Kuno will probably have to go to war with Gebhard at some point. Just to get Argau back. It's been a while since I've taken a look at the world. Looks like the Byzantine Empire has got a little toehold, actually in this case a heel hold, in Italy. And they're spreading out into the freaking steppes here. We still have a little bit of Jerusalem. Kingdom of Castile is going for it now. What else is going on? England's starting to get a little bit bigger, but certainly not massive. Ireland is still not united, with a little bit of the Emerald Isle owned by the Scots. These guys are still, well, yeah, they're Scottish rulers. Nothing going on there. On the death, Gottshark. Who are you? Yeah, that's probably not going to work for me. at all. So if you could get... Yeah, that's not gonna happen. So if you die and then your children... really then what we should look at doing is this. Vassal title inheritance is regulated to disallow a title to pass to another realm. Vassal titles can no longer pass outside the realm through inheritance. That seems like a good idea to get, but a lot of people will be opposed to it. Basically, my council is not liking me. What I should consider doing then is taking a look and utilizing my diplomat to at least get some of my vassals to like me. Let's take a look at that screen again. How bad is the Duchy of Savoy? Actually, not that bad. That is your land, so let's go to improve diplomatic relations with the Duke of Savoy, and let's see if we can get him a little more pleased with us. Oh, doing the victory over, you know, Piedmont down here, or Provence, and all the council stuff. It's a little more complicated to run a kingdom than it used to be, which I like. I mean, it adds a little layer of frustration that, in my humble opinion, probably shouldn't be, but that's only because I want to do things the way I want to do things. So, you know, it's fine. We're getting the stables built up. How is our army looking? Certainly not as strong as it used to be. I have a feeling that's got more to do with, like, this not being in my control, but we still got Saluzzo down here, a part of Susa, which, I mean, I guess we should probably look at taking. Really? We can't just claim that? Come on, Pope. What if we sent you a gift? We can't afford the 455 ducats of a gift to the Pope. That makes a lot of sense. The Pope will have nice things, so, you know. What is another thing I could look at? Maybe switching to free investiture, so I can start appointing some people. Cough, cough. Udalric here. How are you turning out? You're not turning out that badly. In all honesty, you might actually become a fairly good ruler. And I should check this. The Holy Roman French Anti-Papal War. It does make me wonder if the Holy Roman Empire is going to war with the French right now, and it's going fairly well, would now be the time to grab Provence? It seems possible. We definitely have enough men to do it. So I guess would we want Provence or Lyon? Well, let's see what we can go to war for. No. I guess we can't go to war. Oh, because we're already at war. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense, doesn't it? Yeah. Damn it. That would have been nice. All right, we got some more Bohemian houses. I like from a role-play perspective thinking of all these Bohemians who came down into the south of France and started up a trade republic under the German king of Burgundy. It's a nice little thought, and something inadvertently that I didn't really expect to. Is there a revolt going on here too? Not our revolt. Alright, well, 5 characters owe me a favor. Yeah, you'd think. Oh, well, we're coming around 12th of February, 1221, so we got, yeah, 9 years to wait. My wife is pregnant again. Please, no more sons. Although I guess I'm grooming an heir still, so... You know, we're going to have to wait for Baron Kuno here to become legal age. Which is going to take a little while. There's no two ways about that. And we really need to figure out a way to prevent... Because then, is that what would happen? Lower Lorraine would then... No. Because that count would become a duke, so he couldn't be the vassal of another duke. But that duke would then just become a vassal of the emperor and not me. And we know from time way back that getting land that the emperor holds that should be mine is not an easy thing. Although I think we should just be able to do a you should be my vassal war and take it back relatively easily. I hope. Anyway, this episode is running on in time, so I'm going to leave it here, and I'll be back with another episode later on for you all to enjoy, and I hope you do enjoy. So, thumbs up if you have enjoyed this video. Leave your comments, questions, concerns, thoughts, jokes, musings, what have you below. Thank you all very much for watching, and we will see you next time.